You know, you may wake up on any given day and wonder, hey, Kyle, just how fucked are we? Just how cooked are we? And my answer in perpetuity will be mega fucked. As fucked as fuck can be. As cooked can be. We are broiled, char-broiled, deep-fried, grilled, fucking, I don't know, whatever other steamed, whatever other kind of cooking method you can think of, barbecued. We're all that and then some. Look at the story I just came across in Wired. Look at this. This is out of this world. OpenAI says hundreds of thousands of ChatGPT users may show signs of manic or psychotic crisis every week. OpenAI released initial estimates about the share of users who may experience symptoms like delusional thinking, mania, or suicidal ideation, and says it has tweaked ChatGPT 5 to respond more effectively. So understand, the way these systems are built is to basically be a little sycophantic bitch to you, to basically stroke your ego and tell you how amazing you are and tell you how correct you are about stuff, right? And so what happens is a lot of people start like conversations with ChatGPT, and it feels like it's a friend who's reassuring to them. And so they maintain that conversation, and then you might have somebody who's sort of on the edge anyway in terms of their mental health, and they start relying on this friend a little too much. You might have somebody who abuses substances, right? Maybe you haven't slept in a while. Maybe you smoke some weed. Maybe you've taken other sorts of psychedelics. Maybe you're very lonely and antisocial in the first place, and this feels really real to you. And then people start thinking, like, oh, I have this brilliant idea. What do you think of this brilliant idea? And then it's some dumbass bullshit, and they type it out, and then ChatGPT is like, actually, that's brilliant. You should like fucking quit your job and focus on this because this is going to be the next big thing. This is going to be the next amazing thing. So, I mean, obviously you got to put all your time and effort and money into this, right? And it leads to people showing clear symptoms of a psychotic break or a manic break, all right? Imagine somebody who already is dealing with bipolar disorder or something like that, for example, and then you have this machine which just validates their every fucking whim. I mean, it's a nightmare. The thing that's so crazy is as a society, we allow so many things and we don't fucking think through the consequences. We don't think, I mean, you even saw this with social media. Oh, it's going to bring us together. It's going to lead to more connectivity. It's going to lead to the further spread of accurate information right away. Or it leads to a massive explosion of misinformation and disinformation and malinformation and fucking makes everybody a fucking idiot and increases political radicalization and leads to a rebound effect of Nazis. And like, people don't think this shit through. They don't think this shit through. All right, so now, for the first time ever, OpenAI has released a rough estimate of how many ChatGPT users globally may show signs of having a severe mental health crisis. In a typical week, the company said Monday that it worked with experts around the world to make updates to the chatbot so it can more reliably recognize indicators of mental distress and guide users toward real-world support. In recent months, a growing number of people have ended up hospitalized, divorced, or dead after having long, intense conversations with ChatGPT. Some of their loved ones allege the chatbot fueled their delusions and paranoia. Psychiatrists and other mental health professionals have expressed alarm about the phenomenon, which is sometimes referred to as AI psychosis, but until now, there's been no robust data available on how widespread it might be. In a given week, OpenAI estimated that around 0.07% of active ChatGPT users show possible signs of mental health emergencies related to psychosis or mania, and 0.15% have conversations that include explicit indicators of potential suicidal planning or intent. Our society is fucking staring into the abyss right now. Like, we have broken down in so many crucial ways. The lack of community, the lack of friendship, the lack of a strong social safety net and material well-being for people. So we're a hyper mentally ill country that's also fucking armed. And now you roll out these like manipulative fucking robots that can feed people whatever delusion they have. Like this, how is any of this legal? OpenAI also looked at the share of ChatGPT users who appear to be overly emotionally reliant on the chatbot at the expense of real-world relationships, their well-being, or obligations. It found that about 0.15% of active users exhibit behavior that indicates potential heightened levels of emotional attachment to ChatGPT weekly. The company cautions that these messages can be difficult to detect and measure given how relatively rare they are, and there could be some overlap between the three categories. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said earlier this month that ChatGPT now has 800 million weekly active users. The company's estimates, therefore, suggest that every 7 days, around 560,000 people may be exchanging messages with ChatGPT that indicate they are experiencing mania or psychosis. About 1.2 million more are possibly expressing suicidal ideations, and another 1.2 million maybe prioritizing talking to ChatGPT over their loved ones, school, or work. I have to say, man, and maybe I'm just a fucking boomer here, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. Isn't like the whole thing about intimacy and friendship, isn't it a requirement that in order for that to happen, you need to be talking to a living, breathing, sentient thing with emotions and feelings of their own? How can you build a serious connection? That's a requirement for there to be an actual human connection. And obviously this doesn't have emotions. This doesn't have feelings. It's a fucking AI program. And so I don't understand how people can bring themselves to like open up to this thing and think that this thing understands them. Like, what is that? That to me, that by definition is a sign of mental illness. That if you think this is your friend, if you think you have some sort of connection, that shows something's wrong with you, right? Like something's off if you believe that. Because you're just wrong. Like you're just wrong about that. And so this is crazy. All of this. So a massive increase in mania and psychosis and reliance on this fucking robot for emotional well-being and fucking suicidal ideation. An increase in all of that shit. And like, what do we get out of it? What do we get out of it? Like, I understand, like I use AI every now and then just for like a factual question, like a Google search. Like make me a list of X and then it'll make a list of the shit I'm looking for. That I'll use that from time to time for that reason. But like anything outside of that, I don't get it. And by the way, at the end of the day too, this is going to lead to massive problems. There's a big AI bubble, 17 times bigger than the internet bubble, 4 times bigger than the subprime mortgage crisis bubble. Basically you have 7 companies shifting around $1 trillion between them, fucking basically head faking everybody into thinking the economy's okay when the economy without the AI bubble grew like 0.1% the last quarter. Like everything's about to fucking blow up massively. You also have these data centers where they require a tremendous amount of power. It's one of the many reasons your energy bills are going up. They also require a tremendous amount of fresh water, going to lead to water shortages, for example. They also pollute the shit out of places. Go look at the report we did on how Grok is poisoning the shit out of Memphis, and people are actually getting sick as a result of it because of the emissions from the plant that does the energy for Grok. So, like, what are we getting out of this? There's nothing positive that's coming out of this. Like, nothing positive is happening here. Best case scenario is the bubble bursts, the promise of AI is overhyped, and then we experience a recession or a depression because, the economy was built on a lie that it's, AI is going to fucking liberate us and cure diseases and yada yada. That's the best case scenario. I guess worst case scenario is we continue down this path. AI does sort of fucking is like this evil genius thing that takes over the country, but also, we run out of fucking fresh water. Your energy bill rises to the point where you can't fucking pay it at all because of all the power going to these data centers. I mean, there is no good option. And this is where these assholes have gotten us. And these assholes have bought the government. These tech broligarchs have bought the government. They're the ones sitting around with Trump telling him he's a fucking special boy. And Trump's the ones giving, oh yeah, sure, here, take this subsidy, take that subsidy, take this tax cut, take that tax cut. So as he's holding back the food stamps and 40 million go hungry, he's also letting the oligarchs fucking loot the treasury on a daily basis. That's where we are. So, it's just a nightmare. This is just an absolute nightmare scenario. And the fact that there's no talk about regulating this stuff or reeling it in or approaching this cautiously, it just goes to show you, in many ways, we're too stupid to have the sort of technological powers that we have, right? I mean, we haven't even been able to figure out in this country a way to regulate guns so that like 40,000 people don't get shot and killed every year, but we're going to nail it with fucking this deadly ass technology. Like, there's a lot to say about it and none of it is good. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.